So let's say you talk with the client, you already tested a little bit of the water, you're talking about the concept, you're talking about which is going to be the character. Now you go for the offer. Again, we're already talking about offer a little bit. Before showing the price, you show what?
The value.
Yeah,
Your value.
ping-pong. First you show the value and then you go and show the price. So after talking about concept and everything, as final argument, as final message, you are going to send. Example, as a full body for this character level of complexity with a background and this level, perspective and everything for a deadline of around this time, or you don't say any deadline, that's fine also. It's going to cost you this. And about payment methods. You already go and say, hey, we accept installments. We accept half-half. Half-half is when you receive half now and half after you finish. Or you accept everything now. If you feel that it's a client that you go like, I'm not feeling the trust with this person. I'm truly not feeling, I'm trying, but I'm not feeling everything now. And then you start.
Right.
And also, we've talking about which one the client would like you to go. Probably installments. Installments had been so popular. Congratulations, Netflix. You did it. Now my clients only want installments. I'm not gonna lie, it's good because after you finish, you still receiving money. So it's like, oh, nice. Stonks.
Can I ask how installments would work? Like, so obviously the customer is gonna send you each month, I guess, the agreed upon installment amount.
Yes.
Is it trustworthy? If I'm saying correctly, like, do you have to chase them every now and then if they delay payments and stuff? Does that happen generally?
There is a chance of that happening. There is one client that I remember this past few months that he does get late, but he's a long-term client, so I'm already like, oh, it's fine. But at the same time, it gets late, but I know that it's getting like, I don't know how many artworks with me. So I'm like, no, it's fine. This dude is coming back. So the best way, so installments going to work the best way possible is when you're using PayPal, or in my preferred case, Stripe. I prefer much more Stripe because the fees are much lower. Inside of these platforms, there is no magic trick. There is literally the option of installments or option of subscription. You can choose the option of subscription. It works the same way. You say for how many months this person is going to pay for or which week, and then you put it and it's going to automatically take out from this person's card. You don't need to wait.
Like a direct debit.
Huh?
Like a direct debit.
Yes.
Okay.
Or from their credit card. It works on both.
Okay.
But you can set it up so it's going to automatically take it out. So you don't need to every single month or every single week go and send a link. Hey, here is blah, blah, blah. I only do this of every single week sending when it's a big payment. Only when it's a very big one. Because I'm like, hey, that's important. This artwork is important. Hi.
Does both PayPal and Stripe have this, subscribe option?
Yes. Ping pong. Yes.
And can I also ask about how the hell do you make, like, is it an invoice that you make through PayPal or Stripe?
Yes,
like,
there's also invoice.
Okay, so right, so if you go subscription, it's gonna be different from invoice?
I'm gonna show you the different ways that these platforms offer you. There is the subscription. It's literally going to be written subscription. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. And there is the invoice. And the one that I am using the most is a payment link.
Okay.
This second one, I don't know if PayPal already have it, but I'm using this one on Stripe and I can show you. Just let me open a different tab, a way that doesn't show my private info.
I think the payment link made actually ring a bell to me about PayPal, because I think I've paid someone through PayPal with, I think it was payment link, like they sent me their personal link that you click to it and send the money, and that's it. I think we're talking about the same thing.
We are here. This is a Stripe payment link. It's going to create this screen where people is going to put their info, their card, and that's it. And here in the specific one, people can choose the amount, create a new payment link. Here. Yeah, now I can go. I can choose to make it a subscription or only one payment or only one link. Maybe the payment is separating the same amount, so it's only going to be one link or subscription. Let's go for subscription. I'm going to create a new product. Let's say, and the price is going to be, where's dollar? Here's dollar. $100. It's going to be one time or recurring. That's where it changes. That's how you make the installments. And if I click recurring, haha, it's going to be every month. It's going to be weekly. It's going to be every 3 months. It's going to be early. Is it going to be custom? This amount of months, weeks, years, days. You can choose all of that. And it's going to automatically take out from your client's card or debit card, credit card. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I create a link. And by creating the link, I just have the link. I can copy it. And people are going to be redirected to that screen.
So you set the amount, right?
Yes.
So you set it. So you set the amount, and then you create the link, and then you give the link to the customer.
Yes.
And yeah,
there's
okay.
the option of them choosing to pay, or there's the option for you choosing the value. If you want to receive tips, you can let it open. But if you're like, no, I'm fine, I want this value here, let it close. And only at the end, after you deliver the drawing, you send a link of, hey, do you want to send me a tip? This is a link for a tip. Is there any question in this process?
No, I guess. And I suppose you obviously you connect your Stripe with your bank, right? The same way as you do with PayPal, right?
Yes.
Cool.
We were talking about payment methods. Your client is going to choose only start. Not only the basic sketch. It's fine if you do a basic sketch for them, but start truly the deep work only after payment. Always only after payment. This is going to already leave you far away from any scam or anything like that. And always be careful with, that's very important. Do not accept payment. I only let this happen with clients that I already trust. But if someone new, do not accept payment from anyone that's asking you your PayPal email, because that's a way to scam you.
Okay.
Only if you truly trust them. If you go like, nah, I see this person, nah, it's fine. But mainly always invoice. Invoice is going to protect you from any scammer, any scammer.
I will absolutely keep that in mind.
So adjustment of delivery time and keeping in touch. After receiving the payment, after you say, yay, I receive it, thank you so much, you're amazing, I love you, you're everything for me in my life, you're literally putting food in my table, I love you. So after doing that, you are going to say, hey, please expect WIP on this X day, okay? Already tell a day that they need to expect a new update. Don't let life take you and say, someday I'll send you, the next few days, the next few weeks. No. Say a specific day and keep your word to that day. And if you may say to yourself, hey, but what if I have something bad happening and I don't have time that day? So already consider that you are not going to have time or something random may happen and add an extra day in the delivery time. Always take into account the things that you're not expecting to happen. So to adjust to the delivery, you gotta think, is this artwork very big? If yes, you're going to work every single day small chunks. Is this artwork small? Pick 1-2 days to do most of the work. Is this artwork medium? Work 1 time per week. That's what I personally do, okay? Let me see right now my Trello so I can show an example. Here. This is an example of art commissions that I'm working right now. When I'm doing all of this, I'm already separating on which ones should I be focusing every single day a little bit more. Like the big ones, these ones that are on rendering, they're big. So I'm going to work little by little but frequently so I don't get tired or lost. There's no way that any of this I could finish in 2 full days or 3 full days. It's impossible. So I'm like, no, little bit today, like a warm-up. A warm-up here, a warm-up there. And artworks that are medium, like these three. These 3 are medium. Oh, I can work on this 1 time per week. I prefer to work on this 3 1 time per week. And artworks that are very small, I believe this is the only one small. I will go like, I can already finish this week. When? My main objective whenever drawing commissions is to think, hey, which artwork am I going to finish this week? There is a book that I recommend a lot to read. There is from an overachiever that was getting too much burnout, and he discovered an amazing technique on how to manage his time. And that technique is in the book, The One Thing. The One Thing. The One Thing. The name of the book is The One Thing. The premise of this book is that every day you have that one thing that if you focus, all the rest becomes easier. And there is that thing. There is. Just by doing that one thing every single day, you're gonna notice that you're doing much more progress and you're not going to get lost. I came from a strong history of getting burned out, of working too much, of having too much work to do. And this book, plus learning about schedule, learning about planning, just fixed everything for me. Just fix it. And by the way, it's not only reading, you gotta apply what it says. People forget that step. Like, you gotta apply.
Yeah. Right.
That's the part that people don't like, because you gotta work. Oh no, on stuff that is not drying. No, not drying.
So this book helps you how to split your day and how to prioritize each task in your day.
Yes, helps so much. Not a little bit, a lot. A lot.
On the name of the columns, what did you mean by sketching, composition, and rendering? Is it the status of each one that is at this point?
Yes. Just by separating by each status, I know which ones I should hurry more, like this 2, and which ones I can just keep on going steady, like this 3.
Right. Wait, so each column is separated by the phase that each piece is, and the ascending order within that column is the one.
Oh, there's no order up to down.
Okay. So the order is just from left to right.
Yeah, but I could totally do it like, oh, this one, focus on that one. Oh,
right.
This one's not important. This one is ultra important. I could go and do that. But since I already know, I'm like, nah, I'm fine. But if this works for you, go ahead and do it. It's extremely important. You feel safe when you're working.
Okay. I'm gonna check out this website too, actually. It looks
It's fantastic. Trello is a fantastic website to organize our work. I didn't used to use because I thought I was too full of myself. I was like, why do I need that? I could easily go to my notepad and just write down each commission.
Yeah.
Here's the notepad thing. And do you know what changed it? The best thing that changed it is that now I understand, oh, this one I should rush more. Oh, this one I'm fine. Oh, this one I should go a little bit more.
Okay.
Makes
and I see you have
clear.
And I see you have plenty of commissions there. This was actually another question that I wanted to ask. Like, how do you decide how many commissions do you actively work on each time? Like, how do you decide how many customers to take on to have active at any time?
How many I can feel in my week by having progress, enough amount of progress, and still having time to rest.
Okay.
These 3 together.
Right. And what is the time frame that you give to your customers? Like, let's say for a big composition, how long would you tell them that the
Let's say it's a big splash art. We are going all the way through fixing everything that needs to fix. Oh, this small detail is not the same as in the armor of my character, or I changed the design. At maximum, normally 3 months. But let's say it's 6 characters. Bro, there's no time on 6 characters.
Wow.
6, 10 characters. I cannot give a time on something that people don't normally ask.
Okay.
But I never pass a year. I see that people pass a year. I'm like, you pass a year? How people pass a year? I mean, if it's more than 6, 7 characters, I understand. I already had those commissions.
Wow.
But very small ones, how long? Like 2 drawing sessions, like an icon.
Yeah.
Or I will draw 1 drawing session this week and 1 the next week. So the full time, it's like 2 weeks. Or I during the same week, 2 drawing sessions, and the full time is 1 week. But about deadline, I don't normally talk about deadlines. My focus, what at least I see that works for me, personally is that I talk much more about when is the next week and what progress can you expect.
Okay.
I only talk about deadlines if the client wants to know, or if there is a deadline like, hey, it's a Christmas gift. When's a Christmas gift? Bro, I just put a tag like a red tag and go like, oh, okay, this one I'm going to finish like 1 month before Christmas.
Yeah.
I can be both extremes, like, no, I'm going to take my time, 1 per week. But if they tell me there is a deadline, I go like, oh, go.
Yeah. But wait, if the customer doesn't necessarily need something by a deadline, by a specific deadline, don't they generally just ask you, when you talk about the concept, the offer, and stuff like that, don't they naturally ask you in the end, like, how long will it take you to finish that? How long should I expect? What do you answer to that?
I answer normally to the, what if everything horrible happens in my life and I cannot draw?
Oh, right.
I prefer my client to already deal with the worst situation than have a surprise in the future. I will never, ever let them have a big surprise of 3 months delay, 4 months delay.
Okay.
Of course, delays can happen. Like my pen broke down last week. That was nothing I could do about it. It broke. Now I have a new one. But they know about delay and everything's going good.
I was actually under the impression that you really have to set a specific time frame for a commission. And sometimes I was feeling a little bit anxious about that because generally my workflow is kind of slow as an artist. Of course, I try to...
consider myself slow too on big ones.
Don't
rush, Percival. The best tip that I can give to you right now, do not rush. This will eat you alive. As someone that used to give loads of deadlines and say, this time you're going to receive this time you're going to receive this. It was horrible. The feeling of not being able to finish at the day that I said and think that the client's expecting that. It was a horrible feeling. I felt, should not say even other words. I felt, So please do not make promises that you cannot keep, and not by your own self only, but by all of the life circumstances that we do not know that you're going to pass through. Because those life circumstances, they always come. Always. Tell them the worst case scenario that even you can't imagine, like your normal portrait time. Let's say it's 2 weeks. Think that, I don't know, your tablet broke down. Probably 1 month and a half. Say to them, at maximum in worst case scenario, 1 month and a half. Tell them the reality. At maximum in worst case scenario, 1 month and a half.
Cool.
But be real with them. I believe clients prefer you being real than them getting the surprise of not receiving their art. I already talked with some of my clients and they feel extremely sad when artists don't tell them what is happening. They feel out. They feel like, didn't we trust each other? They feel like there's a break in trust.
I see. Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
And most of my clients, if this is going to make you feel more easygoing, they don't care about time. Most of my clients, they are extremely chill. The important is that you keep on talking. That's something important I need you to remember. Keep on talking with them. Show that you are there. Just by showing that, they're fine. But let's say that you need to have deadlines. How we would set it for you, knowing that you need to work slower because that's your way of doing stuff, and I totally understand you. I consider myself a slow worker too, but not in the aspect of how much progress I do in one session, but on how much I space each session. I like to space between my session on each whip, each work in progress. So the number one thing that I need you to think is in chaos theory. Chaos theory is a theory that talks about that everything that can get wrong will get wrong. So I want you to think, hey, what would be the worst case scenario? That's going to be my deadline. Set up that deadline. On the worst, like absolutely worst, you cannot draw with your hand, you gotta relearn with your other hand. Let's start from zero from there. What's your worst case? And that's going to be your deadline. So you're going to start to create trust in yourself and see, hey, it was good. I was able to finish before my deadline, like months before, like weeks before. Cool. And very little, you start to get out from that chaos theory. Very little, okay? Not all the way. Just a little bit, like if I took down just 10% of my deadline, like if I took down 3 days less, and then on the next artwork, what if I took down 7 days less? A slow progress, okay? Slow. You take out those deadline days and get close to the one that you are right now, little by little. And why would I recommend you doing this? So you can see the true time that you will take on a normal base. This is about you seeing your limit. Just to know your limit, not to keep on doing that, just to see your limit like, oh, okay, on average time, I will take this time doing this drawing. Okay, now I know how long it would take. And by knowing how long it would take, you can already plan and organize that artwork plus 10 of those artworks on your schedule, on your agenda calendar. And this is going to make things easier for you. So you can already plan, oh, so I'll be probably finishing this work by the end of March, and I can already tell my client that probably I can end at that date, and I will also tell my client that in worst case scenario, it will be in this other date. Why not give both dates? So you're not going to feel bad about it. Give both dates.
Right. Yeah,
you
makes sense
deserve
actually.
to feel peace. First of all, that's something very serious. You deserve to feel peace. That feeling of needing to do deadlines and never overworking, and that rush after rush after rush. That's horrible. That's absurdly horrible. That's how I got burnout a few years ago. You don't deserve that, and I'm saving you from getting that same thing.
Yeah, that's powerful.
And since you are here until the end of the video, subscribe to get even more quality content to improve your art, and leave a like so we can share this with even more artists. Want to learn with me? Just go link in the description for my art course that is all in. You're awesome, champ! Bye bye!